You waste life when you waste good food. This quote was said by Catherine Porter, an American journalist. Good evening, everybody. Right now, the world produces enough food to feed every man, woman, and child present on this planet. But according to the United Nations, 800 million people starve to death each and every day. Why is that so? The answer is food waste. So what exactly is food waste? According to the United Nations, it is defined as food that is thrown away or wasted. It's food that's discarded from farm to fork, tossed in the field because it's not the right size or shape, cycled through stores and restaurants, and chucked out of every family's refrigerator. In low-income countries, this food waste occurs at the production level, whereas in more developed countries, the loss happens at the consumption levels. According to a UN report, our world produces 1.3 billion tons of food waste each year. If we collect all this food waste together, we could feed 900,000 people for their entire lifetime. Think about it for a second. If we saved $1 trillion of food waste, then it would be enough to feed all the undernourished people twice. Although many people think that food waste doesn't concern them because it doesn't affect them directly. However, it does indeed affect each and every one of us every day. When food across the world is wasted, it's often left on the field to rot. It doesn't sound bad when we say the food is going to decay and enrich the soil because it could help grow crops. However, when too much of food is left to decay, it contributes to global warming as methane gas is produced. Now, methane gas is a gas that's way more powerful than carbon dioxide and increases global warming by 30% more. This means that if your food is wasted more, then there will be more greenhouse gases produced, and hence more global warming taking place. In other words, if food waste were a country, it would be the third largest emitter of greenhouse gases in the world. Now, agriculture accounts for 70% of all the water used in our world today, and food waste accounts to 1/3 of that water, which is approximately the volume that Lake Geneva has, just 3 times more. So think about it. If you pour a glass of milk down the drain, you would be wasting 1,000 liters of fresh water. In the same way, around 1.4 billion hectares of food is grown on land that will waste food. So that's like about 1/3 of all the agricultural land used in our world today. This means that forests are cut down and animal habitats are destroyed for food that will never even be touched. In the same way, millions of gallons of oil is wasted to manufacture food, which is not eaten because it's not attractive enough. Therefore, food wastage not only affects the undernourished people in the world, but it also affects all of us present right here. The first step to reduce food wastage is to realize and accept that yes, this is a global issue, because awareness is key. The true impact is only felt when people like you and me strive towards making a change. If we want to lower the amount of food that is wasted in our countries, then we have to make changes to our lifestyle. Simple ways like making a shopping list before going to a grocery store, or buying food for just a day or a few days instead of weeks of food, helps to better utilize and make food less wasted. Unless, of course, you have a teenager in your house, then all your food is going to get eaten for sure. The United Nations recognizes the problem of food waste and wants to cut it down by half in the year 2030 alone. Countries like France have also helped to reduce the amount of global food waste by making it illegal for supermarkets to waste food, hence forcing them to donate food to charities instead. Although Canada currently doesn't have any law that specifically directs their attention on food waste, there have been talks in the government, of course. For example, the Fight Against Food Waste Act asks the government to work along with politicians to set targets on the amount of food that's wasted each year. Although it wasn't a huge success, we did get a few organizations out of it, such as the Second Harvest organization based in Toronto that works with people and donates food to other people who need it. Therefore, by cutting down food waste, we cut down the amount of greenhouse gases produced in our world. We also cut down the amount of people that starve to death. And therefore, just like the quote I started out with, by saving food, we indeed, save lives. Tried to make a banner. There it is. Thank you very much, and happy stampeding.